Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things. So I encourage you to, find some way to listen. Sorry about that. So you won't hear no echo. I encourage you to pay attention. If you're new to my channel, just do me a favor and drop where you're watching from. That's greatly appreciated. I like to have an idea of what people are watching from, how your day going, and if you have some prudent questions you want to get answered, do me a favor and drop them in the chats, and I try my best to answer as many questions as possible along the way while we're talking about negotiating with sellers, right? And we're going to go over some tips and things. Uh, if you haven't started a new marketing campaign, what I mean by a new marketing campaign, you pull the fresh list, you set everything up, you got your automation, you got your team, everything you got going on is brand new for the year. I strongly encourage you to do that, guys. So that way you can start fresh. Like I said, if you haven't started a new campaign, I mean, it's very important to continue to add to your leads, and then follow back up with your leads from last year. That's very, very important. And I'm gonna keep pounding that on you every single day until you understand the concept that the reason why you're not doing consistent 3 to 5 deals a month is because you have not built the pipeline. And the principles to building a pipeline is to stay consistent in your business, right? That's a number one principle that we all must follow is consistency. Consistency and ability to implement things at lightning speed will take your business to the next level. Let me ask you a few questions before we get started. Hey, Antoine, tuning from Upper Marlboro. How can you wholesale a property that's included in the bankruptcy? That's tough because if it's included in the bankruptcy, then the lenders are going to be compensated. It depends on the type of bankruptcy. Is they trying to forgive the entire debt? Is it debt being restructured? You got to ask the tough questions to the people to figure out what's what. Is the house going back to the bank? Are they doing? So that's something that you want to know. So ask the tough questions. Say what type of bankruptcy he or she has going on, and ask the tough questions. So if they can't get you the answers, then ask to speak to the bankruptcy attorney and say, hey, blah, 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 allow me to give you a call. I'm an investor. And they want to know more about the whole bankruptcy and the house being included in there. The whole PG County is littered with people that go through bankruptcy PG County is one of the second or the first wealthiest counties for African Americans in the country. So you're going to see a lot of people that bought these nice houses, these big houses, that's going through some type of financial hardship. I definitely recommend for PG County to really start getting aggressive with your drive for dollars and as well as your pre-foreclosure leads. Hey, what's up, Ghana? I definitely know when I come to Africa, that'll probably be one of the first places I go. Just to meet the people, try the food, all of that great stuff. Vincent asks, sellers want to cancel contract because he doesn't want me to kick out tenant before closing, but I have it under contract till the 28th. So Vince, why don't you just keep the tenant in place and then find a buyer who's willing to buy the house with the tenants in it? There are plenty of people that will close on a house with a tenant, even if the tenant is delinquent or problematic. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest, man. When we was doing deals in the DC area, our biggest niche was we was dealing with houses that had people that wasn't paying for 1 year, 2 years, and this is well before COVID, right? The DC area had some of the most friendliest tenant laws, not landlord laws, tenant laws, and we was the special guys that go in there and know how to talk to the people and get them out. So you want to make sure you develop these skills that you understand situational awareness, and that you can negotiate a better deal by taking on a tenant and say, hey, for me to take on a tenant, I need an extra $30,000 off because I don't know how long it's going to take me to go through this, how much I got to pay my lawyer, and what type of damage should they put to the house that we can't come in and see. So then once you get on the contract, you just go over there, knock on the door, let them know who you are, all of that. You don't have to tell them you're buying a place, this and that, but you could just let them know that, hey, we are a part of the management team, and we're just coming in and kind of get an update what's going on. Or the owner could do that. The owner could say, hey, I'm sending over some people to take some pictures to see what's going on with the property. Hey Antoine, calling from Silver Spring. All of my Maryland people, guys, how would you feel if we did something maybe late February, where we did maybe like a get together, social event, and talk business, real estate, and we met somewhere, maybe Top Golf, a happy hour somewhere, maybe 20, 30 people, nothing crazy big. I definitely want to get back in the swing of things. I was running it with the meetups in the DC area, but I kind of took a break from all that. I don't like all that attention. You know what I mean? So if you're in the DC area, let me know what you think about that. We might do something like that. Robin said, right, the buyers will handle the eviction process or cash for keys. Definitely the cash for keys. It's like a black belt trick that you can use to get this deal across the finish line. You know why most deals don't go across the finish line? Because we don't really critically think about all of the scenarios of what we could do to make it work. We just like, hey, I'm just going to put the people out because my buyer won't buy it like that. You need, as I was teaching you guys the other day, when you're calling your buyers, building your list and building relationship, you need to ask these type of questions. Hey, did you deal with, hey, let me ask you a question. I got a couple of deals that we always come across once or twice a month where we get deals that had tenants in place that may be paying, they may not be paying. And the landlords just don't want to deal with them anymore. Do you buy properties with tenants already in place and don't mind doing the eviction or whatever it takes to, get the property to where you want to be? If they say yes, put them on another special list. So that way, when you are getting deals on a contract, you don't have to worry about that. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but as a wholesaler, all you are is a solution provider. You're a person that get paid to put out fires. And once you figure that part out, things are going to be a whole lot easier. Yeah, we make something. You said piano keys. Yeah, we make something work. I'm gonna work on that. That's gonna be my priority. And fellas, I want to do something small too with the fellas as well. Maybe I don't know if you guys smoke cigars or whatever. Maybe we do something where we meet once a month. We could just talk entrepreneurship. It don't have to be real estate in Pacific, but definitely just meet once a month, get out the house, man, and network with people, especially since COVID. What's up, Paul? How you doing today, Paul? Hope all is well. Like I said, guys, continue to drop your questions, man. I'm going to be on this live stream every day. So if you can do me a favor to help us build a community and make sure that we have like-minded people jumping on the live screen, could you do me a small favor and invite 2 to 3 people that you know, like, and trust to the live screen, even if you're watching on Facebook or if you just send them a YouTube link? That would be appreciated for me. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about negotiations, man. The biggest thing about negotiating with the sellers is that you have to do your research, guys. You got to understand what type of situation you're getting yourself in. Ask tough questions. If a person going through bankruptcy, ask them, hey, I'm just curious, what type of bankruptcy? There are multiple different types of bankruptcy. If a person says that the bank is working on that or the bank is working with me, ask them to define what that means, right? People say a lot of surface level stuff, and you want concrete, hard responses. So if the bank is working with you, what does that mean, sir? Explain to me the process of what the bank is doing to ensure that you don't lose your house. Well, they said I can do this and that. And they say, sir, them are the things the bank are obligated to give and tell you because of state laws. But what are they actually doing to work with you to make sure you sleep better at night? So you have to be very deep with people, go deep instead of accepting surface level answers to your questions, right? And I think a lot of the newer wholesalers who are not conquering the 3 to 5 deal threshold, they're going to struggle with that for a very long time until they understand that it's okay to ask these questions. You're not being disrespectful. You're not being obnoxious. You're not being out of line. It's just that in order to help them better, you have to really understand exactly what's going on. Also, you want to know the area, right? Get to know the area well, because one part of town may be prospering. The other part of town may be like going through some things, like people don't want to buy over there. So get to know the area as your leads come in. Maybe you get a person who was on a certain list and then they give you a different address to another house they may be interested in selling. So take your time and do a little research, right? Google the zip code. Just Google the zip code, see what information pops up, so that way you can be fully informed of what's going on. Then you also want to understand and know the condition of the property, right? Like, is it a brand spanking new? Brand spanking new, man, built in the last 3 years, right? Um, is it a property that's so dated that if you walk in there, you fall straight to the floor? So, um, you know, that's one of the things that you got to understand. You know what I mean? You got to understand the conditions. Does it need a light renovation? Does it need a medium renovation? Does it need a full gut renovation? And what does that look like? So many wholesalers put stuff on the contract and say, hey, this house right here is worth $200,000. I got on contract for $120,000 and you need $20,000 worth of work. And then you look at it, it's basically a full gut. And these are $80,000 to $100,000 worth of work, and you should have gotten a contract for $40,000. So that's the biggest thing that I tell people, is to understand construction costs. If you don't understand construction costs, then hey, listen, there's multiple ways you can go about this. You can find a good fix and flipper that you like and trust, and just say, hey, listen, do you mind if I walk if I put some money in your pocket for a day or two and walk your flips with you, and you kind of show me exactly what things cost and what you're doing? Or find a fix and flipper that's teaching costs, teaching construction costs and things of that sort, to get an idea what things cost, so then you can have an internal spreadsheet and know what stuff should cost. Because even though it's not your job as the wholesaler to be 100% spot on with the estimates, you should be good enough to be in a ballpark so they can make sense of a deal by penciling out on a piece of paper or looking at it on their laptop and know that, oh, this may have some potential. Let me look more into this. Versus they look at the deal, you're saying like, hell no, this is not, a guy on our Facebook ads we running. He wants to sell his mobile home, but he wants $156,000. And I'm scratching my head like, I don't really do mobile home, honestly. But I'm scratching my head like, yo, I know in God's green earth, this fucking mobile home built in 1997, that's including a quarter acre, is not worth 150. It's worth 100. It's not worth 156,000, and I don't know much about it. So at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta call up somebody. I hit my man. I don't know if he on here that. Yo, bro, what's up with this? I know you know about this, man, bro. That ain't it. I'm like, bet. See, confirmation. So at the end of the day, it's okay to call up people, friends and stuff. Get into these Facebook groups. Join. People. Put your heads together, because sometimes you might have to call them and ask them questions. And it's not like you don't know nothing or you're stupid. It's just that you want to expand your resources, right? I don't know everything, so I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up with this, bro? I don't know. But I'm not gonna allow a seller to say, well, people around here got 156,000. I out the gate before I even call my man, like, yo, even if they was getting 156,000, I don't know who paid for that. Maybe they bought the height of the market. Maybe there's some logical reason behind it. I don't know. But honestly, sir, all due respect, I'm gonna do a little more research and try to get you a call back. If you could do me a favor, send me some most recent updated pictures. Maybe it can help me rationalize more at this 156. But right now, from what I'm seeing, I don't see nothing near 156. So that's what you gotta do sometimes as the acquisition manager negotiate. Is just out the gate say, hey, listen, I'm not here to waste your time. I'm not even gonna promise you anything. Just send me what you got. I'll look back into it, and if I can't find anything, I give you a call and say, hey, listen, I can't even be nowhere near that. But I can give you an offer if you want. But to even get to the 156, that's not something I personally can do. Yeah. Band price too high in the C and D areas is a real thing. So you got to understand what are your C and D areas, your C and D properties, right? Because one of the things we teach in our acquisition training, which is starting tomorrow, is that, hey, you have these sub neighborhoods, especially these densely populated urban cities, that in one sub neighborhood can be worth $400,000 or $500,000 because it's the prestigious side of town, and you literally go across the street or around the corner to a CD neighborhood that's kind of shaky and bakey, and them houses worth 150, 175. And I see people all the time using them same comps because they're a mile apart. You shouldn't be using that. You should be following the sub neighborhoods, making sure you don't cross major boundaries, and making sure that you can find deals and houses that's in the same block radius, right? Yeah, that might sound a little hard, but that's the secret to getting quality deals, right? If I go, let's say, for example, right here in Baltimore City, if I try to comp a deal in Baltimore City and use the quarter mile, half a mile radius, I'm going to be so far across town. I'm going to leave East Baltimore, I'm going to leave South Baltimore, ending up in East Baltimore, right? And that's a totally different, price point, different area, different body of people, different, quality of life. Everything's changed. So you have to really sit down and figure out these areas that you're working and not just pulling stuff off posturing and shooting in the dark. Right, my job when I come on here is to provide you with nighttime visions and fundamentals that you don't have to shoot in the dark anymore. You can make sound decisions and really take your business to the next level by using information that's been taught. Would you recommend quitting your job and going full time? No, keep your job. If you're not at a point where you're not hiring VAs, you're not doing 2 to 3 deals a month, and you don't have at least several months of savings that you can pay your rent on time, I wouldn't quit my job, honestly. Now, in 2013, it was different when I left my job, right? Most people these days are not built mentally to even leave their job because they're so comfortable and they so contained to where they at and complacent that they don't understand the amount of work and grind you got to do, that when you're working for yourself, you may even probably lose money technically by the amount of work you're putting in. So, example, your job, you're comfortably a union employee, you make 40 hours a week, you got the weekends off, then you come over here to work for yourself, it's a different ball game. You're literally working 13 hours a day, you're working 7 days a week, you're everything in a business, you're carrying all the workload, and you're going to feel mentally worn out. So I wouldn't quit my job unless I got some money put away. I got money for my bills put away for a couple of months, preferably 3 to 5 months. But that don't stop you from not being able to do this business full time. You just gotta, look at the ways you look at your days. So your days in real estate may be 3 to 4 hours a day, right? Where you're working, if you get off at 5 o'clock, you're going to be working real estate from 5:30 to 9:30, right? You're going to be talking to people, especially acquisitions. You can kind of talk to people a little later because you're not cold calling them. You already have a relationship with them. They know who you are, so you can get on calls at 9:30, 10. And then some of your sellers prefer that because they get off work late themselves to make that phone call and talk to you. So at the end of the day, you just got to make time for the business. So break your days down into 2 days. Day one is for me and my job, and then when I get off, my next day starts at 5 o'clock, and I'm working 5 to 9. Sit down with your spouse, your children, and say, hey, Monday through Fridays, I got to work late for my real estate business to the point that I can get it, financially stable. Yeah, definitely trying to drop as much value, guys. If you feel like this information is value, drop the word value in the chat. And I don't think people really practice this too much, but be prepared to just walk away from certain deals. Make sure you put in your paperwork and your terminology that you can walk away based on certain parameters. I think a lot of people just get stuck on these deals and leave these sellers on and promise them the world, not understand that the day you signed the contract, you was already at a disadvantage. So making sure that you understand that, hey, it's okay to walk away, and that for me, I walked away from several deals. I walked away, lost a couple thousand, earnest money, all of that. Because at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for your business. Your ego, put it to the side, and if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. So that's where the due diligence come in. That's where having a good acquisition process come in, a good spreadsheet, a good calculator, so you can make sound decisions. Never work more for other people than your own business. Time blocking is absolutely necessary. Yeah, so that's what I just discussed, a form of time blocking. I call it making 2 days in one. So your day starts for your job, and then now your new day starts for your business. So literally, you'll be working, you'll have 10-day weeks, 10-day work weeks, and you're getting 10 days worth of work done in 5 days. And if you can follow that philosophy, especially for you people that's kind of working a job and still running a business, you'll do really well. The issue is You work your job, you get tired, and then you give up on your real estate business. Say, "Oh, I'm not going to call nobody Tuesday, Wednesday. I pick back up Friday." And every time you do that, that I'm not going to call nobody is going to compound. And then next thing you know, in 2 months, you missed out on maybe 13 days worth of productivity that don't seem like much to you because you're not looking at that point. But that 13 days could equate to a couple of contracts being done. So just make sure that you put a much forth effort. Don't just do stuff at the end of the month or when you look at your credit card statement because you paid for a course and now you got to start making payments on it. You upset or now you're trying to move with urgency because your wife cussing you out like, "Hey, why we got to pay extra $800 in credit card bills?" And you had to explain to her that you bought this training that you just parked it on the shelf because, let's be honest, you're probably mentally lazy. It don't mean you're physically lazy. You get up every day and take care of your business, but mentally lazy means you're doing the things that's not going to reward you right now, even if it don't benefit you. That's my definition of mentally lazy. Had a buyer that ghosted me, but he signed the assignment contract. Does he still owe me MD? So can I give you guys some sauce? Can I get permission to give you this information that we give only to our one-on-one clients? Can I do that really quickly? Say yes in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. If not, if you don't say any yes, then I just keep that to myself. But I can give you just one little tip that's going to change the way you handle buyers. And like I said, we only offer this to our one-on-one clients. Yes. Okay, great. So guys, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. If you get a person that's interested in your deal, you want to vet them. You want to call them up and you want to ask them the tough questions. Hey, listen, how you funding this deal? You're using cash, hard money? And if they are using hard money, ask them for the name of the hard money. Sometimes if I feel like I don't like them, I'll call the hard money. "Hey, Paul, this is Antoine Campbell giving you a call. How you doing? Hey, listen, man, I'm giving you a call because your guy Rashad, he's trying to buy a deal from me, and he said he's going to you guys to get the funding. Where we at with this underwriting process? Because I want to make sure we can get this done in the 2 weeks. Everything's already done to the title company. We're assigning to him, obviously. I just want to make sure that he got everything he needs and he's eligible to do this deal because I don't like wasting time." They're going to tell you, "You know what? I haven't spoke to Paul yet. You know what? Everything seems good. The only thing he got to do is, bring his 20%. So you can literally understand and know exactly what the buyer is going through. Also, another thing you can do. Now, here's the sauce that I was trying to tell you, but I want to give you that example. Here's the ultimate sauce. Send them the EMD, right? Put your name on the EMD, but just show your name like you're the principal of the company without a signature. Send them the EMD to get signed and explain to them that they got 24 hours to get their money in escrow before you consider this agreement null and voided and you move on to the next person in line. Simple as that. You send them the wire instructions to the title company. I personally don't take people's EMD because I don't like giving shit back to nobody, honestly. I'm going to be transparent with you. Because especially if you put some bullshit on me and you're trying to play with me, no. So I send it to the title company, let them deal with that. And what we do is we already have the wire instructions from the title company, and we say, this is the account you need to send it to. It needs to be wired. If you're going to drop off a check, it needs to be a certified check. And you need to send me proof of the certified check, not just a regular check, because regular checks can bounce. And once you confirm with the title company, you should have a relationship that you can call the title company and say, "Hey, I'm just checking on escrow account to make sure this EMD was dropped off, blah, 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 blah. Is it in your account?" "Oh, yes." Then you say, "Okay, great. I'm about to send you over the assignment agreement to this so that way you can move the file over to him." And then what happens is you go back into your software and you actually sign your part of the your part of the assignment, and now that contract is a legally binding contract. Without your signature on it, it's not legally binding. So let them sign it, make them feel like they're getting a deal, this and that. And if they try to do some juju shit to you, guess what? You haven't even signed your side of the assignment agreement yet. So that's the easiest way that you can avoid people going to ghost on you. And because if you collect the EMD, and listen, you can put a clause in there, hire your paralegal, find somebody on Fiverr, Upwork, hire your paralegal, and just make a voice note on Otter, go to otter.ai, and make a voice note of some of the stuff that you want included in your contract, and then they're going to rewrite it and then make it legally perfect for you, and that and don't have any issues with you know, lawyers or anything like that. So you can go to a paralegal and say, hey, listen, if a person is becoming non-responsive, our email on file that they're giving us, the phone number they're giving us, if we call, text, and email them over a 72-hour period and they become non-refundable, by default, they have forfeited their earnest money and their ability to move forward in the contract, and we can go forward. Now, if they come forward in a 7-day period before the transaction closed and I was able to find someone to replace them, then I would give them back 50% of EMD, 100%, anything. You can put anything in there that could be negotiable. And then just have them initial off on them paragraph for them addendums that you add to your assignment. And what's going to happen is you're going to create a bulletproof assignment agreement. And like I said, these assignment agreements that you create are for you, right? I see everybody passing around their stuff, but if everybody has the same assignment agreement, then it's going to become pierced through. Like the people are going to be able to penetrate it because they know how to go about it. But if you have something that you wrote with a paralegal, or you write down your 5 things that you really want in there that they can sign off on it, put that stuff in there. And I guarantee you the person is going to sign off on it, and you can enforce that stuff. See, but when it's time to go to court, somebody called me the other day crying, oh, I got to go to court, this and that. I spent all my money, this and that. I'm not putting the business out there, but I was telling them, like, hey, you got 2 ways to roll with this. You pay us $97 a month and come observe and learn with us, or you can continue to do what you do. At the end of the day, we can't. Or you can just watch my YouTube and get as much free information as possible. I'm not here to pick on people no matter what their financial status is, but I'm here to just provide value. But if I'm giving you an answer to your problems, and then now you're making an excuse for every answer I'm giving you because you don't want to put the work in, and guess what? You the problem. So that's my advice to people. Who think that was great advice? If that was great advice, man, drop me some emojis in the comments. If that was great advice, if that one little tweak can take your business right to the next level, because now you can sleep at night, making sure people are not taking advantage of you, making sure people are not preying on you, because a lot of people prey on the new wholesalers because they don't know the game. They don't know the game. So yeah. So what else? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, great advice. Also, make sure that you keep everything professional and respectful. I know the emotion get a hold of some of you guys. You know, I know it's big money to you, 20, 15, 30,000, or you feel like somebody playing with you or whatever. Watch the way you talk to people. Watch the way what you text people. Like if you cussing somebody out through text messages, remember screenshots. People can keep screenshots forever, even if you delete your phone. Watch the way you email people. Watch the way you're being appropriate to people. Remember, everybody know everybody in this business. So just watch the way you move. Even if the person did wrong, you trying to dog them out to prove a point because your ego is so big. Humble yourself. You know you're right. You know you got them where they want to be. They're going to tighten up, whether they need to honor something, whether they need to fix something, whether they need to correct something. There's so many ways to go about stuff that you got to control yourself, right? You don't want to be like this Damon Dash type of person. That's not going to get you far. You know what I mean? So if a person did you greasy, or if a person trying to steal your deal, or if a person trying to, kick you out your deal, or tell the seller some bad stuff about you, or call the title company, tell you don't do business with you, like you're going to come across all of this stuff as you elevate your business. So you just got to know how to deal with stuff accordingly, right? I'm not saying be a punk and bow down and ignore the things. What I'm saying is be more strategic with your emotions, right? I think that's the biggest thing in negotiations is being strategic in your emotions. If a cash buyer, let's say for example, you get the title work, everything comes back, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, a couple days for closing, this weird ass lien come out of nowhere, and the title insurance company don't want to cover this lien, so they wanted it to be paid off, or they don't want to include it on the title insurance. It may be a $10,000 lien. You're supposed to make $25,000. Guess what? There's a possibility you should bite the bullet on it just so you can make some type of money on the deal versus you not making any type of money. this happened to me multiple times. On a $36,000 deal, we had to end up helping the seller with $19,000, and we ended up making $16,000. But guess what? I could have said, man, I lost $19,000. But how could you lose something that you haven't gotten anything yet, right? And so that's the biggest thing I want to tell you guys about acquisitions is that you have to make sure that you understand a deal and a deal until the money hits your account. So that's why if you're getting stuck on one or two deals, fill your pipeline up. Get more deals on the contract. Talk to more people because you don't know when, if or when them deals will close. Buyers back out all the time. Sellers wake up and have a change of heart. Maybe they hit the lottery and now they got the money to pay off their mortgage. Like it could be anything. So you got to always prepare to be talking to more people every day. When it comes to having a website built for the business, should it be wholesaling or real estate? Well, Mama, you have the VIP package, so you have access to unlimited websites. We have a couple of website templates you can build, but I say specifically for your wholesaling, it should be some type of We Buy Houses type of website, and then you can have a general real estate acquisition website as well. And then if you're doing creative stuff, you can have a creative finance website. There's a multiple different websites you can have to serve different things from an SEO and credibility standpoint. I wouldn't get so caught on that so early. I just have just a basic We Buy Houses website for right now. And then as you expand and grow and you get deals and you add more strategies to your tool belt, then you start to build out the other websites I just mentioned. Yeah, that's a good point. You can ask them how many deals you close. I like to work with flippers because you can see their records and public records. Even if they hide behind the LLC, it's easy. When we do our disposition training, we'll show you how to point them out and see what LLCs they're working up under. Most of the flippers, they either use their main LLC to buy all their deals and sell, or they use a bunch of LLCs with their they use a bunch of LLCs after the street address. And what you can do is, here's another hack. You can go to open corporates, and then you can just type that person's first and last name in, and then anything that they're a registered agent under, it shows all the LLCs they're associated with, especially if they register to a certain state like Maryland, they live in Maryland, or if they banging with Wyoming LLCs or Delaware LLCs, you can easily find somebody. But if they're using like a professional resident agent, it's a little tougher. But there's still ways to do it because usually most times these LLCs tax mailing addresses will still be linked to a tax mailing address that's accessible to them, whether that's a UPS store, that's their personal house, their office, and then you can find that commonality from there. And then when you use, like, once again, giving up game, then once you use like Truth Finder, it'll show you all the LLCs attached to that person's name as well as court dates, lawsuits, bankruptcy filings, car accidents, domestic disputes, next of kin, cousins, sisters, their social media profile. It's a very good software. $20 a month, you can't beat it. I gave it to my VAs to go in and find hard to find people for me. One of them sellers asked my VAs, that's why just send them over the basic generic We Buy House website. Say, hey, here's the website. Here's our website. I would love for you to check it out. Let me know what you think. And just text them a link to it. She said that's definitely a great hack. Anybody on here that haven't started a campaign, do you guys need leads? We have a special. Well, we don't have a special, but I'm making a special on leads for today and tomorrow. We'll hook you up. Making sure that you're able to launch your campaign successfully. So if you need leads or VAs or whatever, don't hesitate to reach out to us because you can't do it all by yourself. You can try, but I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to do everything by yourself. You're going to burn yourself out. What else I wanted to cover just to make sure I'm not missing everything? How could I verify private lender legitimacy Most private lenders lend under one like structure LLC or one name or one fund name. What you can do is you can just go and just see and look up and see how many houses that they have like security instruments on, like deed of trust or something like that. And if they're not originated loans, or some people may call themselves private lenders, but they're actually brokers where they're working for hard money people and they get a point or 2 points of the loan. But if they're actually proposing to you that they actually fund their own loans, they fund their own deals, and they do their own in-house underwriting, you can easily find how many deals they're doing by just looking up their name like that. Yeah, so if you need leads, man, we're running a special. Probably 40,000 leads for $400. So literally, dirt cheap. You can't get that price nowhere. So if you need 40,000 leads, and like I said, you can spread these leads out throughout the country. We prefer that you give us the county so it can be easier for us versus us looking through each city and you only find 3,000 here, 2,000 here. So 40,000 leads for $400 for the first 3 people. If you're serious about it, text me 40K to 202-335-3322. 335-3322. And we'll hook you up. Even if you're watching a replay, we'll hook you up just to make sure that you at least get your campaign started. Because like I said in my training last week, you need 60 leads a month to be, hitting that 3 to 5 deal a month threshold. So if you don't have the amount of leads that you need to make your calls and do the volume, and you don't have to train VAs on your team, it's going to be hard for you to consistently produce affordable leads a month without having to go start up a PPC campaign and spend all your money. Man, where my back end at? Where the back end at with the 3 deals? I'm just playing. I got y'all, man. We're working on some more other lead sources. Our main leads that we've been providing lately for people that have been crushing it is these over 50, high equity, low income, these type of hybrid leads. These leads are solid. But if you need somebody to consistently provide you leads on a monthly basis, allow us to help you with that. If you need somebody to set up a campaign from start to finish, I'm taking on 2 people this month I want to work with one-on-one, that we set everything up from start to finish. It's definitely not free, and it's definitely not crazy expensive. It's definitely something that's affordable when it comes to what you're getting. So if you're interested in that as well, do me a favor and text me one-on-one to 202-335-3322 so we can help you. I'm personally rebuilding a lot of my stuff too, so I'm not trying to really take on a lot of people. I just my man, I slid them $20 leads up in your dollar. Oh, we're working on the custom script for you too. I need to meet with your VAs personally because I need to fill out their personality one more time. That's a part of the package you got where we custom work with your VAs and then we create a script based on their personality. And when we do that, we see like the conversions like 10x. I'm not even exaggerating. We work with a VIP client and I had this VAs for a week straight and they work with me. It's only an hour a day. That's my ministry. So some people are like, yo, why you spend all your time helping and teaching VAs? Because that's like my ministry. That's what I like to do, right? Some people like to go to church. Some people like to go to the golf course. Some people like to go to the casino. I like to help VAs and teach clients how to scale their business. Everybody had their thing. So at the end of the day, that's my thing. So if you're serious about getting your business off the ground, or even if your business off the ground, you're serious about adding a consistent lead source to your business and you just don't understand what's going on, you don't know nothing about the dollar, nothing about setting things up, building a script, building reports for VAs, reach out to us. We got you. But like I said, I want to make sure I continue to keep this value. I don't want you to feel like I'm just trying to sell you stuff. Make sure that make sure you're creative on the calls. Make sure that you're creative and that you are thinking outside the box and helping people, right? You can't just say, oh, ma'am, I'm sorry. It don't fit into my 55% ARV. Have a nice day, right? You need to think about what you could and can't do to help them. Build you up a Rolodex of people. Your homework for today is to find you in your market 2 solid realtors that works and does a lot of volume with real estate investors. Maybe they sell their fix and flips. Maybe they help them buy their rentals. Maybe they go to the auction for them and negotiate on their behalf. find you 2 to 3 solid high volume realtors who does at least 100 deals a year, and they know what time it is, and say, hey, listen, I'm just trying to bring value to you, and I'm just trying to make, as we get deals, I want to at least send you deals so you can send it to your buyer so we both can make great money together, right? Why would a realtor allow you to work with their buyers? 2 reasons. They know they're going to get the back end on the listing. They know that now that buyer ain't gonna go work with no other realtor because they're bringing them consistent deals, and they know that's gonna pad their numbers. So now they're getting all these extra transactions added to their stats, and they can look like a hero at the end of the year party. Some people just like gratification. Some people don't even want money; they just want gratification. I learned this shit when I was 14 years old. Like, what? People don't want money, and then I realized some people would rather have fame or power over money. Ain't that crazy? Like some people, like I don't do this for the money. Some people do it for the fame. Some people do it for the power. You know what I mean? So you just got to figure out what motivates you. But you know, to kind of wrap it up for you guys, be creative. Make sure that you're reaching out to realtors to sell your deals to. You'll get a better bang for your buck. Now, all realtors are not created equally, right? All realtors are not created equally. So don't go out here and just work with Amy that just got hired by Keller Williams a month ago. You need to go to somebody that's been through the trenches, that done deals, and preferably, here's another hack. They actually hold real estate, or they own real estate, or they wholesale themselves too. So you want somebody that can be able to relate to you, to say, I understand your pain. I know what you're going through because I went through that before. And if you can't find nobody that commonality, they're going to be very numb and dull at certain issues and problems you face along the road. So you definitely want somebody that you can have some commonality with. My brother, I love you, brother, man. I can't wait to meet you, man. I feel like I know you. So, man, I respect you, man. Let's get to it, man. We're going to have your whole system set up. You know, like I told you when you signed up, it's not going to be an overnight thing. I take my time with this stuff because I'm passionate about this. But by the time we finish with your team, and you got a good, solid team, they answer good questions on our VA Mastery Premium call. If you already have VAs and you're not getting the adequate training to them that they need to be the best they can be, make sure that you join our VA Mastery Premium. It's $97 a month. I personally train these VAs twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. $97 a month. Literally, like I'm working for $4 an hour if you add that up. I don't know the math on that. So someone asked, do you offer training on how to automate their virtual? Yes, that's what I master. Like that's what I do. If you need some help or some setup or some guidance, we can put together a nice invoice for you that makes sense. Book a call with us. Go to my website, co929.com. Click on implementation or schedule a call. You'll see something in there. Schedule a call with us so we can figure out how we can help you, right? Obviously, anytime you book a call, be prepared to spend some money. And we're just not going to be on the call talking about, Monday Night Football or nothing. We're trying to talk about how we can work together to help you. And clearly, we can't do it for free, right? We spend a lot of time and resources building up our systems and processes so we can be able to help our clients. I love it. I'm so glad I joined the program and my bank account will be. Yes. You're going to see the fruits of your labor pay off, especially. Did you get the link to the acquisition training tomorrow? We sent out the link to the acquisition training. I'm going to be teaching that class myself too. So make sure that you come on, bring a plenty of notebook and paper. Plenty of paper and pens because we're going to be going through a whole lot. And we, if you haven't been to my trainers, we squeeze a lot of information in within an hour or two. It's not nothing fluffy, not me talking about me and how I got to where I'm at. Forget that. There's plenty of podcasts where I did that. When you come to the training, you get nothing but value, content, and information. So if you want the VA Mastery Premium, I think if you go to CEO929, hold on. I don't even know all my links. /premium. Oh, yeah, I found. So CEO929 /premium. That should be the site. It's $97 a month, guys. Please sign up for it. If you are working, even if you don't have a team and you still need that training yourself, like how to deal with people, how to determine what's a good lead, what's not a good lead, teach you how to navigate through Zillow, all of this stuff. And then we go into some deeper stuff. Tomorrow, we're going to be listening to phone calls. So whoever's watching this that's already in the VA Mastery Premium, please email me at admin@ceo929.com. Copies of some phone calls. It can be good ones, bad ones. We're going to listen to them, and I'm going to give my feedback of what they could have done better. And if we don't get enough phone calls, then I just move into some role play with the VAs. And you'll see in real time what we do and how we train on the VAs and why we've been around since 2018 and why people not calling us and complaining about our services, and people continue to keep coming back because we really had the secret to our success is we have this training side of the business down pat. Now, we might not be the best people to respond to emails fast and all that, but that's something we're working on. But when it comes to the actual service of delivering value and making sure you get what you pay for, we kind of mastered it already. How do you get the sellers to be realistic about the truth as value of their property? I yell at them. My partners and I took a look at the properties in two categories as is for which one would this be? Okay, I'll give you some more sauce, Robin. So what you do is say, hey, Mr. Seller, if I gave you a chance to fix anything in this house that you want to fix, and you had an unlimited budget, what would be a few things you'd probably do to your property? Listen, the secret to everything on these calls is listening. And that's what we teach in our acquisition manager training. So if you listen, hey man, I want to upgrade the kitchen. I want to take care of the bathrooms. I want to make a man cave in the basement, fix the leak down there. And now you can write that down. You can go back to, so what's wrong with the kitchen now? You know, you don't have any marble or quartz countertops. You don't have any shaker cabinets. You don't have any stainless steel appliances. Okay, so it's safe to say that your kitchen is kind of like dated and needs to be fully renovated. And that's how you qualify them. Sometimes when you reposition your question, you get the answer you're looking for by connecting and communicating with the brain in a different capacity. And that's the biggest thing that I can teach you if you want to know the value of their property. They don't know the true value of their property. It's going to be up to you to educate them on what things are selling for and what things are worth. You know, and that's when you bring the as is and fully fixed up in. So if a person is constantly talking about their neighbor house across the street, then you can say, hey, listen, are you willing to put a brand new kitchen in your house like your neighbor did before you sell it? And be quiet. It looks like that kitchen about $18,000. Are you willing to, pull some money out one of your accounts and put in $18,000 on the kitchen, as well as take up all the carpet in your house and put down hardwood floors or some nice laminate flooring? Be quiet and see what they say. He said, I'm sorry, guys, the font a little small on my computer. I had two VAs that did well for me over the last summer, but paused them because my kids got out of school and I was juggling too many tasks. Now I'm back on the dollar trying to avoid spam likely. We got something for you, right? If you're willing to invest $1,600 a month in a turnkey done-for-you service where we make all the calls, we do everything for you, we send you the leads. We had this program running for like a year straight. Then I decided to part ways with it because I was focused on so much stuff that I said, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of this. But that was selfish of me, and people was making money doing deals that was really hurt for me because they're like, yo, you're messing up my business. I'm making money with you. Why you? And I'm like, so we're bringing it back. It's really $1,900, but for the next three people who want to get a turnkey done for you setup, it's $1,600. Now, if you want to just to manage your VAs from a day-to-day standpoint, and you don't have to worry about anything, and you pay the VAs directly, then it just be $1,000 fee that we'll charge you. But we'll provide the dollar, all of this stuff for you. And we'll give you the reports, and they'll be trained with us. They come up under our wing, and we work with them. And we have the weekly meetings. You can join if you want. If not, we're seeing the recordings to it. But if not, hire you another VA if you can. If you can't, then continue to work that dollar until you get to the point where you can hire another VA. Hopefully you guys sign up today. Remember, guys, you can take baby steps in this business, but we created solutions where you can take big leaps if you want to too. So if you want to get the premium, get your VAs, everybody, and that's the biggest thing I was telling my team, like, yo, we should have created this program years ago because we had thousands of people come to our program. Now, nothing's wrong with our VAs, but we didn't understand and realize that most people won't have the time or willingness or the understanding how to train their VAs weekly and consistently as employees. So we're taking that burden off of you. What's the best way to avoid spam? Likely, the best way to avoid spam likely is to rotate your list consistently and rotate your phone numbers in each campaign you have. And let's say, for example, Arlington, Virginia, right? Arlington, Virginia area code is 571. Then you might want to get 3 to 5 571 area code numbers and then change out the numbers every 200,000. And that should cool your numbers down. And don't use the numbers for 24 to 48 hours and then go back to the campaign. That's what I would do. Fort Myers, what's up, Jay? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Yeah, brother. With the VA Mastery, depending on the one you get, if you get the Pro, you get 1 virtual assistant. If you get the Expert, you get 2 virtual assistants. You can defer your second virtual assistant up to 6 months from now if you're not quite ready to integrate them into your business, but you definitely are entitled to 2 virtual assistants. Big J, yeah, man, reach out to me, text me. The business in a box. If you're dead serious, I give you a price to blow your socks off today. Text me 202-335-3322. If you're ready for that, we're very flexible. If you want to work out some type of payment plan, 50% down, and then we'll figure out the rest on the back end. It got to be fair and realistic. A couple of people took advantage of that. They honor their stuff. We provided everything, and we're still continuing to fulfill that program to them, because it's not like a, hey, yo, one size fit all. We building stuff for you. We doing stuff. We training people. Like my man, I got him. He cold calling out his thing, so we're doing that for him off the ground, and he's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. So that's what I want for everybody. You know what makes me excited, guys? The fact that I do this stuff and people see results, right? People, we have plenty of testimony. I just don't post them because I don't want that to get to someone's head that, oh, yeah, I did 3 deals. Okay, we'll do 3 more. That's my attitude. So if I say, yeah, good job, you did 3 deals, and I keep, gloating off the 3 deals, you're going to get off your A game and you're going to kind of like get a little loose, right? You got to be aggressive in this business, right? Your 3 deals go past, okay, what about the next 3 deals? What are we working on? Text me right now, bro. I swear on my mother, I hook you up today. When I say today, I feel so good, man. When I look at everything so far, what we got going on this year, and even for my personal businesses, and then the restructure of some other businesses we created last year, I feel so good inside, man, to be back every day talking to people and just to talk to you guys. It was a while where I'd be just locked in my office working hard. Now I'm here and I'm able to talk for an hour a day and just to socialize with people. And we talking about doing some type of meetup, and I'm happy. I'm good. You know what I mean? That's what makes me happy. So text me 202-335-3322. Let me know you need the whole thing. If you're ready for the whole thing, text me and I got you. And I get on the phone with you. Them type of situations I personally get on the phone. Like my man, we in Florida, man, I'm moving to Florida. He always say, he ain't say, I said, yeah, I'm going to try, or if something, I said something like that, like not really taking full ownership. And he said, he changed it and said, nah, when you move to Florida, like claiming. I'm like, man, he got me pumped. Like, okay, let's go. So I'm looking at it like, man, I need to do all I can. It's not even from a money standpoint. It's just a structure standpoint, making sure my family back home straight, making sure my mom good, making sure my sister okay. I got nieces and nephews up here. Like me going to Florida is me basically giving up on up here. Like I'm not, if I move to Florida, I'm not coming back to Maryland or DC for nothing. I still keep my DC license, but I'm not coming back to Maryland or DC for nothing. Why? I mean, obviously, I might spend a month here, 2 weeks there, come back, spend time with my family, but I'm moving everything there. So putting all the chips in one hat and just moving. So, it's supposed to happen last year. We put it off and then move to Baltimore, But I think we may move. If it's not this year, definitely first thing next year. So it is what it is. But yeah, we definitely running it up. I definitely want to help as many people possible. Guys, are you liking these YouTube videos? Anything that you feel like I should cover this week or anything that you want me to cover, let me know because my team got a whole bunch of stuff. What we do is we just look at feedback emails and surveys we send out to clients, and we just pick out topics based on that. But if there's something in particular that you really want us to cover, on Friday we're having a free training, lead generation training. If you're struggling generating leads, you should be there. We're going to show you how to do text message marketing, what type of lists we pull. We're going to show you how to set up your campaigns, what's the best time of the day to text, how to generate quality leads. Like if you are missing that in your business, you should be on our training Friday, 7 p.m. It's supposed to be Thursday, but it's a conflict in my schedule, some previous obligations I had. But Friday, 7 p.m., we'll drop the link probably today. Looking for about 100 to 200 people to hop on just to show you guys exactly what it is and show you the softwares we're using, right? I'm a software freak, right? I love different softwares. I love trying out softwares. I'm going to show you exactly what we're doing to really take our business to the next level. Like I said, if you're serious about getting your VA trained, go to VA Mastery Premium. Sign up for the VA Mastery Premium. Or if you don't even have a VA yet, get the VA Mastery. Or if you need any help, just text me. That's how I'm looking at it. So I want to end with this. My man said, hold on, not this, but I'm going to end with one more thing, but I'm going to read what Shaw said. Speak with what you want into existence, put a vision board. So, yeah, I got a vision board. So I need to put them palm trees on that vision board. But like I said, when I move to Florida, I definitely want to move. Like the reason why I stalled for moving to Florida, because I want to make sure I move somewhere that when I wake up, I see ocean and palm trees every day. The view is uninterrupted, no matter what. And I'm willing to pay whatever it takes to get that. So I got to make sure I put my stuff in a line where that can be consistent. Because I would not, and even for when I go to Florida, man, I eat at restaurants that's outside, literally. Why would you go all the way to Florida to eat indoors when you can enjoy the outside one? Yes, guys. So we're launching a new group too. It's called Extremepreneur or Extreme Success. It's the Extreme brand. We got a lot of sub brands underneath the Extreme, and the whole concept behind the Extreme is to do everything extreme, think everything is extreme, and practice everything in the most extreme manner. Your merge, your business, your life, your goals, your credit, your finances, everything is extreme. So look out for that. We're going to have a whole nother YouTube series where you're going to see me more. Like we're going to be going live twice a day, one for the real estate side of things, side of things, and then the stream for general entrepreneurs who's not in real estate, but who want to learn about lead generation, who want to learn about building funnels, who want to learn about customer acquisition. Like that's the type of stuff we're going to cover on that side. So we won't be clogging up the lives with mixed content. Any other questions that you have? Well, I can't shoot Tampa, Florida out the sky. I've been to Tampa on the Amtrak. I didn't get off the train or see it, but I've been to Tampa, but I never really enjoyed it. And then I stayed on the outskirts of Tampa when I stayed in Orlando. They have no hotels. But to answer your question, I don't know. I can't fully write Tampa off, but I would love to be on the East Coast side of Florida, like between Fort Lauderdale and Palm Beach, in between there somewhere, beachfront, looking at the ocean. But if not, I don't know. Maybe Tampa. It's still a 4-hour drive from Fort Lauderdale. I don't mind taking that 4 or 5 hour drive. No, because Orlando is about a 3.5, 4 hour drive. So I think Tampa is about a 5.5 hour drive from to Fort Lauderdale. You get on the Florida Turnpike. I know a little something. But yeah, so you said everything great in Florida. I already know, bro. I'm thinking about it now. So I just want to leave you guys with this. Listen, the more you negotiate, the better you get. Don't be afraid to give a person an offer. Remember, negotiations don't start until a initial offer is made, right? So you may be thinking 80,000, the seller maybe asks for 150, and you'll find some commonality and some medium in between. So that's the beautiful thing about negotiation. Make sure you're listening, paying attention, be attentive. Don't do anything that's distracting. Show the person you care, and most importantly, learn empathy, right? Showing people you care and you care about them and their situation, and they're not just another number or dollar to you. Don't go into this figuring out how much I can make. Like when we book these, even for this business, when we book these calls, we say you're gonna call with us. We don't have a clue what package we want to give you because we don't know your situation. You may be just $100 customer. We don't, or you may be a $20,000. I don't know. So when we go on these calls, we do these calls because we want to know your situation, figure out what's going on with you, and get you the best product that we have in our arsenal that's appropriate for you at that moment, right? We're not trying to sell you or squeeze as much from you and everything. Like my man, he'd be a contestant. Like he signed up for one package, and I was pushing him like, "Yo, I don't think this for you. I think you need this." He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna see." And then that shit hit him like a ton of bricks. And next thing you know, like, "Yeah, bro, I need that." I'm like, "I told you. Try to tell you need it." But at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. Everybody's here to hold each other accountable. And if we can build a like community and we can continue to share these videos to people and give, let people follow us. And we're doing a 2-day event. This is my first event in a long time. I haven't done an event in a while. We've done some webinars and little master classes here and there. But we're doing our first 2-day event, 8 hours each day at the end of the month. Like I said, it's not about money for us, but we want to make sure, because right now what we're seeing in real estate is it's a big portal again. It's this big opening. You can jump through it and voila, make a ton of money. And a lot of people might not be in a situation where they can afford to spend $1,000 on a ticket. We did events where we sold $2,500 tickets all day. But we're going to do a little different this time. We're going to do pay what you want, right? Where we put up the link, you could put, if you want to put zero on that shit, guess what? You're going to get a ticket. If you want to put $100, $50, $10, $5, I don't care. Pay what you want. Whatever you can afford, it don't matter. You still gonna get the same 2-day VIP ticket. If you want to upgrade to platinum, then it's going to be a minimum that you can pay to be a platinum person, and we'll talk about that. But everybody's VIP in our company, right? So you get your regular VIP ticket for 2 days. You can get a workbook. You're going to get real life training that's going to take your business to the next level. And you're going to get skills and resources. We're going to be giving away prizes and everything. We're going to be giving away a free virtual assistant, normally $500, but you can get it free. Obviously, be qualified for it. If you can't afford the virtual assistant, then we give you a $500 credit to the Antoine Campbell store, and then you can use that to what you see fit. So if you're serious about it, I'm going to do a pre-registration link ASAP, right? If we're going to drop it tomorrow on tomorrow's show, come back tomorrow and get your pre-registration link where you're on a waiting list. And then when that link drops, maybe Friday or Saturday, for pay what you want, you'll be the first in line, I guarantee, right? Like I said, we're going to get as many people on as possible. It's just going to be me for 2 days. I'm not going to bring no speakers or anybody. I'm not going to let nobody fluff you or water you down. It's going to be me for 2 days. If you've ever been to my events, 2-day, 3-day events, they're full of information, right? They're full of information you can implement right there on the spot and see results in your business. So if you want to come, pay what you want. It's a 2-day event. It's virtual. So the reason why we, continue to push the virtual concept is because that's what we are, a virtual company, first of all. And then second of all, it's because, when I go to these events and I go speak at these events, or I go, to an event to learn for myself personally, it costs me between $3,000 and $7,000 minimum. So I can imagine you got to go to the event. First of all, you got to pick an airline ticket, book a hotel or Airbnb, rent a car, pay for this, pay for food, find your clothes, get an outfit, get your hair done, haircut. Yo, that's you out the gate. You probably $2,500 right there, not including the tickets. So why not get the same value, same information at the comfort of your own home or office or work or driving, jogging, whatever you at, and you paying what you want. So it's a win-win for everybody. So, the only thing I ask for you guys is to share this with other people that you know for a fact that they can benefit from this. And they haven't hit the corner yet with the real estate, or they kind of doing things with the real estate, but they're not at that 3 to 5 deal mark. share with them. That's all I ask for. If you could do that for me, I'll drop that link tomorrow. But listen, we got business today to handle. If you ready to handle business today, sign up for that VA Mastery Premium. Everybody on here, I recommend you get on that premium. Let me ask you a question. Who on here been on my VA Mastery Premium call so far? What you think about it? We only had like 3 or 4 of them, but who on here been on the call? Yeah, I appreciate it. I try my best to help out as much as possible. If you've been on that VA Mastery call, just let people know what to expect. Like in a short 1 sentence. And I want you guys on there because I know for a fact that that's the missing piece that you need. But like I said, this 2-day event will be very powerful. We're gonna do it at the end of the month, so everybody have enough time to help out. No, we don't use Privy. We use PropStream. Sorry. I used to use Privy back in the day. It was pretty dope. I liked it, but I don't know. What changes that they made in the last couple of years since I stopped using. He said, "Great information. My VAs was there asking questions." Yes. These VAs are awesome. They was asking quality questions. They was very attentive. They was there. They paid attention, and they're gonna be killers on the phone. We only training shooters. So we want you guys to sign up. But yeah. Text me right now, 202-335-3322. Whatever you need, you know what I mean? If you need a VA, if you need training, whatever the case may be, 335-3322. We'll hook you up. Like I said, 40,000 leads for $400 only for today for the first 3 people. Other than that, let's wrap it up. It's been an hour. Any last questions? Anything anybody want to talk about? And maybe I may do like an acquisition thing where if you want, I can kind of like listen to your call on live. If you send me some calls, I will give you an email. Send me some acquisition calls, and we can, clean it up. If you want me to beep some stuff out, I have my editors do that. And I can tell you exactly what you should have done live in real life form. And then probably February, we're going to get real, like since everybody getting acquainted with me and as we building this platform, you'll probably hear me do some acquisition calls for my stuff, as well as probably some acquisition calls for you guys' stuff. But the only thing about the reason I'm so hesitant to put calls out there like that is because we don't get consent from the people. And with these deals, I haven't been closed yet or finalized, and we don't want anybody trying to screw us over. I seen a lot of other people that do what I do, get on here and start blurting out addresses and stuff, and literally within minutes, people skip tracing and calling the homeowners, telling them, "Hey, he got you on YouTube, and he's a bad guy. You should sell your house to me." So that's the reason. If you ever wonder why I really haven't pushed that type of teaching, is because I think that it's inappropriate for your sellers. What do I need to do to be a transaction coordinator? You want to be a transaction coordinator? Let me think. So if you want to be a transaction coordinator, you need to create a brand. Let me ask you, you doing this to make money? You trying to sell a service and transaction coordinate for other people, or you just want to just work for one particular company and make a salary? Can you answer that for me? I don't know. You like it? Well, you don't look. You're not a VA. I don't think you're a regular person. I know this sounds weird, but I got VAs that watch my content too. Are you a virtual assistant or are you here in America? Because that's going to alter my answer too. Oh, you starting a VA business? Yeah, I contemplated for months to teach people how to start their VA business and come up with a training. But man, virtual outsourcing business is very lucrative if done right. First of all, you're going to need a team to do your recruitment with you. It's going to screen through the applications. You're going to need a training person. If you're not going to do the training, that can put them through the training. And then you're going to need a team to do your customer service and onboarding with your clients. But if you're willing to do all of that, then you can do that. But when it comes to What is a transaction coordinator? A transaction coordinator is a person who's managing the deal up until closing, from the time that they get the contract signed all the way till it gets assigned to a buyer. And then the transaction coordinator job is making sure that the title company has everything he or she needs, making sure everything is right, making sure everything in the hood is right, making sure everybody's happy. And when the file closes, they put that file real neat for you. Sometimes they even record that file in QuickBooks or hand it over to your accountant or vice versa. And they're responsible for coordinating that transaction and putting out fires. But you definitely can do it. I definitely recommend that maybe you start off with like a couple of clients that's doing maybe like 20 to 30 deals a month, and just cold call them. So go to like type in "we buy houses." Anybody who's running PPC or Facebook ads, they probably already making money, because usually that paid advertisement is a monthly commitment to like between $3,000 and $25,000 a month. So they probably got money. They doing deals. I'll just cold call them. Hey, this is Diva with getyourshitclosedtoday.com. I'm just playing. And we're looking to take on 2 to 3 more clients who's wanting to make a seamless process for their transaction coordinator side of their business. And just, go from there. And just continue to do that marketing and create a website. Maybe create like a landing page showing, hey, are you stressed? Do you feel all over the place? Do you feel like you're letting deals slip through the crack? Are you, always in a fight with the title company? Well, it sounds like you need to hire a professional transaction coordinator service to relieve you of all these duties. And then make a little video and then get them to sign up for a lead page. And then, see, this is where the stream comes in for you. See, you'll fall back to the stream because you need to learn marketing, sales, and all of that. So then you'll have a funnel where they book up appointment or application, that someone give them a call and qualify them, and then you put together a proposal or invoice and you do business. Simple as that. But if you want to be a transaction coordinator, I definitely say, create your Facebook group, create your YouTube channel, and build you some authority so that people can know who to come to. And then create relationships with some title companies or some real estate attorneys, so that way they can just do like free webinars and stuff like that, talking about how to do a deal properly, what to look for in escrow, how to do creative deals, like all that little stuff you should be putting out for free, so you can attract these type of people that want you to do their transaction coordinator services for them. Good question. Hopefully, was I able to answer your question? Put yes or no in the chat. Any more questions? I'm going to wrap it up right here. Any more questions? You're welcome, Ann. My VA working with another person part-time. Might have to switch. Do you allow your VAs to work with another company? Yeah, it all depends. Like if you got them part-time, and then like I said, if it's not a conflict of interest, like if they working with another client that's in a different business or niche or part of the country, we don't really mind it. But if they are working with someone and they didn't disclose that to us, or you just found out about it, we'll handle it for you and switch them out. Typically, that's transparent with us. We'll let you know, hey, this VO are working with a client, but here's the availability, and we'll let the client decide if that's something they want to do. If not, reach out to Angeli. She'll hook you up and take care of you. You should already have the information. This is great advice. I was trying to get some experience as a real estate company first, so I was wondering what kind of experience would I need to get. Yeah, you just need to understand the transaction from start to finish, the 4 pillars. Go to Indeed.com, look for jobs. There's always like bigger wholesale companies hiring. You might start off in like marketing or dispositions or something before you get the transaction coordinator because they want you to understand the process. But just go see if they hire. Sometimes they pay like a salary plus commission. It all depends on the company. Every company is different. Some companies only commission only. It all depends on who you work with. Any more questions? Because I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys. Listen, text me if you're dead serious, you're ready for the one-on-one. Remember, it's an investment in yourself. It's not cheap. It's not expensive either, but it's definitely something expensive. Josh Martin, are you looking for dispo managers? Not yet. For me, I'm very unorthodox. I've been working exclusively with VAs since 2018, 17, I think. It's been a good ride, so I don't see no reason to disrupt it and change it, honestly. But I'm currently not looking for anybody here in America. I've been using VAs from the Philippines. Is it better to get your VAs? Is it better to have VAs get all 4 pillars or just get them a yes from the seller who wants? Yeah, just get a yes. Let them start off with just getting yeses or book appointments, and then adjust and build accordingly based on people's personality, their strengths, their weakness, their hard skills and soft skills, and you'll know exactly where to put them in your company, what pillars they should go into. How much am I paying my VAs each week? Oh, I got a crazy payroll. But to answer your question, it all depends if they're part-time, full-time, and they pay grade and their position. But let's just use a typical $4 hour VA. I probably would hire a $4 hour VA part-time, 20 hours a week. It's going to cost me $80 a week. If you can afford $8 a week, you can definitely hire a virtual assistant. But other than that, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to be covering a whole bunch of different stuff this year. We're going to be different angles. We'll be dropping that link tomorrow to the event. It's pay what you want. So there's no excuse. Oh, I can't come. I'm broke. Well, just put 0 on that shit. Who cares? If you got a little money, you want to bless somebody, hey man, put 200 on there. I'm not looking for that. If you want to put $20 on there, if you want to put 20 on pump 10, go ahead, look out. I don't care. But the point is, show up and do what's necessary to get to where you want to be. That's all I'm saying to you guys. Our VAs are from the Philippines. They're from the Philippines. We exclusively work with VAs from the Philippines. I lost a ton of business by not working with Spanish-speaking VAs, but I decided the benefit was way better just to continue to work with my Filipino VAs than to mix 2 cultures together. I personally don't speak fluently in Spanish, so I have no clue if the VA is good or not. They're talking to me in blah, 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 Spanish, like no disrespect. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that shit means. I don't know if that's good dialect. I don't know if that's good English. I don't know. So why go through that? Then I got to hire another person that I got to trust to help me with the whole Spanish setup, and maybe they quit on me or leave. Well, so why would I go through that? So that's my point. But if I knew Spanish, or if I had a brother or cousin, somebody who speaks Spanish fluently, yeah, then I go after that. But sometimes you got to pick your battles. Josh, but if you're looking for a virtual assistant, I own my VA company. We have virtual assistants from the Philippines starting at $4 an hour. The way we make our money is we charge you a one-time fee per virtual assistant of $499. We find a VA for you. We put them through our proprietary training. We onboard them to your business, and we offer you a 6 months guarantee of service, which means that anytime between now and 6 months, you're not happy with your virtual assistants, we'll replace them free of charge, no questions asked. Yeah, our VAs do cold calling, SMS, admin tasks, anything with a computer. And if you have SOPs for it, we can get you a VA. Any other questions? Any other questions? Like I said, I want to make sure I'm of value to you guys. Do me a favor, share this to your group, Robert. All of that good stuff. Yeah, go to my site, va.ceo929.com. You can find out everything there. We make it so comprehensive, you can make a decision right down the spot, pay the $4.99 and get the ball rolling. Or if you need to think a little more or answer some more questions, book a call with us and we'll get on a call with you to re-explain everything you saw on the site. Any more questions? Yeah, it's definitely a good time to jump into the market. Remember, we have these cycles, so it's not like something popped up and you didn't know. The real estate cycles happen all the time, every 4 to 8 years. It's definitely a good time to hop into the market. You remember, we're just coming right off the tail end of COVID. For 2 years, the federal government didn't allow a single foreclosure, if not maybe a few. So you have all of these foreclosures coming through the pipeline for the next 2 to 3 years in droves. So get you a pre-foreclosure list or get you a list high equity and get your butt on that phone or get your VA on that phone and you come into the acquisitions and do your acquisitions and literally try to take care and solve as many problems as you can. Jermaine, you coming to the acquisition training? We got a spot left for you. Text me acquisitions to 202-335-3322. I get you out an invoice as soon as possible. Our acquisition training, we talk about building rapport with the seller. We talk about the basic commonalities. We talk about rebuttals, the perfect rebuttals you should be using. We talk about how to come up with the ARV. We talk about comps, using a prop string for comps. We talk about using our proprietary calculator to come up with your offer price. And we talk about how to extract pain points and build rapport by using empathy. And we talk about so much other stuff that is so much I can't even list off the top of my head. But literally, it's 3 days jam-packed with a bunch of information. It's usually this training, swear to God, my life. Ask anybody who's been through this. And I know they're probably, what Antoine doing? This training is usually between $1,400 to $2,000. But we're running a special for $499 just to start the new year's off. We want as many people in our community to get to this training so that way by March, April, they can be sharing testimonies. Because of this training, we did 2 deals, 3 extra deals, 4 deals. So if you have $499, even on a credit card or laying around somewhere, and you know for a fact that you need to be in this training, because every time you get on a phone call with your sellers, you freeze up, your picture's all terrible, you just, some plain old booty cheeks on the phone. Allow us to give you some tools and some tips With the same similar training, the same concept, man, you got guys around here charging $5,000-$10,000 for this training, but the most we ever charged was $2,000, even though we should have been charging $5,000. But we always try to go after the people who can't get into the other rooms and circles, and which is my community, the people that I built. So the community that I built with the people that follow me and stuff. So I'm very proud of it. So you got it starts tomorrow, 5 o'clock sharp, from Wednesday to Friday, but it's being recorded too. So if you miss a day, don't you worry, you get the recordings as well as the learning books that we provide you. If you're serious about it, text me 202-335-3322 and 335-3322. I send you over the invoice and then get you a seat at the table with the trainer. Other than that, I'm gonna wrap it up here. This is a really good live. We covered a lot today, guys. This is literally mastermind quality interaction and materials we're providing you. People pay $20,000-$30,000 to be in these inner circles that do what we're doing on YouTube for free. So literally continue to come back every day, get you some information. What I want you guys to do is take something that we learned from today, one little small thing, and implement it today. And tag me on Instagram at CEO929. And I want to be your accountability partner. So any of your wins, your goals you hit, continue to update me by Instagram. Tag me in your stories at CEO929, and I'll be more than happy to repost it to my community so they can see how you're crushing and hitting your goals as well. And when I do that, you get plenty of followers too from my following. So other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. I appreciate you. I got a lot of work to do today. It's going to probably be at 7-8 o'clock there again. But my theory is, man, if you can follow this theory, beat the sun up and beat the sun down, which means that start working before the sun come up and start working before it goes down. If you can follow that, you'll have a healthy relationship with your family. They appreciate you being home around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And you don't have to work yourself to death to really make a good living doing real estate, honestly. Talk to you guys later. Share the replay. If you're watching the replay, share this video too as well. And it's crazy somebody watched all the way to 1 hour, 27 minutes. But yeah, talk to you guys later.